What's happening, people? Hope you're all well. I'm just on my travels. So, Daniel Dubois versus Filip Hrgovic. I like this fight. Daniel Dubois somewhat redeemed himself because Daniel Dubois has quit, you know, against Joe Joyce and against Alexander Usyk. And listen, I'm not a professional boxer, so I'm not going to have a go at fighters for quitting because, you know, I've boxed before, but there's levels. And unless you're in there taking the punches, you know, I don't really think you're in a position to talk about it. But just in terms of the actuality and the facts, he did quit. But then he redeemed himself somewhat against Jarrell Miller because Jarrell Miller really puts it on opponents. And Daniel Dubois weathered some heavy storms and came back. But will he quit again? That's the question. For me, he needs to prove it at least one more time before I'm certain that he's over the quitting. Because until I see it one more time, I'm not going to be putting my life savings on Daniel Dubois to win against a tough, ballsy opponent that's not going to fall down the minute he gets landed on. So for me, the jury is still somewhat out on Daniel Dubois. But Filip Hrgovic, he looked a bit disinterested against Zhilei Zhang, but his father passed away around that time, I believe. So I'm willing to kind of give him a pass for that. But then he's had other fights where he doesn't seem the most motivated. Maybe it's because of the level of opposition, I don't know. But with Filip Hrgovic, he's going to need to be sharper because even against Mark Demore, he was getting caught, you know. If anything, Mark Demore landed more on him, but Filip Hrgovic got his man out of there, albeit back of the head. And that seems to be a recurring theme for Filip Hrgovic, back of the head. So for me, Filip Hrgovic did show he has some whiskers against Zhilei Zhang because he didn't go down from those. I mean, there was a knockdown in the first round. It didn't really, for me, I don't think that was a knockdown, but Filip Hrgovic took some punches in there against Zhang, and look what Zhang's gone on to do to Joe Joyce, to even Joseph Parker in a loss. So we got to give Filip Hrgovic, in retrospect, some credit for taking some big heavy artillery from Zhilei Zhang and staying on his feet. But with this fight here, he's going to need those whiskers because Dubois, like Hrgovic, Dubois, like Zhang, can really whack. I'm not going to go too much into detail. It's just like my announcement video, but in this fight here, I'd say Dubois probably got more one-punch power. Hrgovic has got enough to hurt you. Hrgovic is maybe, at his A game, Hrgovic is a bit like a Vitaly Klitschko, leaning back, tall, awkward. Dubois, heavy jab, heavy right hand, maybe a bit stiff and upright, but a bit Bruno-esque, to be honest with you. It's going to make for a spectacle because I believe that Hrgovic will come for Daniel Dubois, but Hrgovic can be caught. I just hope that Filip Hrgovic takes this fight serious. We always see Daniel Dubois in great shape. I just hope Filip Hrgovic can come in this fight in great shape because he doesn't always. Anyway, I'm excited for this one. Let me know what you think about this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.